Hey everybody, Atari is celebrating their 50th anniversary, and I think they're making some steps in the right direction. Atari has changed hands several times over the year. In the modern day Atari, when it comes to the retro licenses, has been more known to license out their games rather than to really develop them into something new. But it looks like they're actually embracing some of their retro franchises, and I think it's getting some Atari fans excited. So let's go ahead and let's talk about some of the things that they're doing. And what's really interesting to me is what they're doing with the games. So let's go to the games real quick here. And there's two games I want to point out. First is Atari Mania, which they announced recently. And by the way, their Recharge series, it's been well received from people who I've heard who've experienced it. They really like the Recharge series. So Atari Mania, this is coming out in this summer, supposedly. It's going to be, let's see, on Steam, Switch, and the VCS. And basically, it's a mini game collection that puts you in the Atari vault, and all the games are like going weird and berserk, and things are happening. So you're supposed to help save Atari's history by playing through these games. And it's a very interesting concept. Like, you could definitely see the Centipede influence right there. And so games like this, they intrigue the retro fan in me. But it's not just this Atari Mania that's got me interested. It's also their latest collection, this Atari 50, the 50th anniversary collection, which they're going to include games that they don't usually include. Originally, when Atari republished their games, it was focused on the 2600 and their arcade games. Lately, they've been embracing like the 8-bit 5200 games, the 7800 games, and this collection is also going to have some Lynx games and some new games. So they're going to have a new Sword Quest Air World, which if you know the history, that never came out. That was supposed to end the series. So it's so cool that Air World, even if it's not going to be the greatest, who knows, maybe it will be great. It's cool that that's coming out. They're going to have a remake of Haunted House. They're going to have Vector Sector, a mashup of Vector games like Asteroids Tempest and other games. Neo Breakout, Quadra Tank, Yar's Revenge Reimagined. So that to me, I think, is really interesting, that they're not just, once again, bundling the same games over again, but they're going to have Atari Lynx games on there. They're going to have Atari Jaguar games, which might be the first time that Jaguar has gotten an official re-release since it went away during its original lifespan. And all these things adding together tells me that Atari is making the right steps to getting, kind of getting the favor of some retro enthusiasts who have seen them nothing more as just, hey, they just throw out a collection of flashback here and a flashback there. So I'm not saying that they're going to like all of a sudden compete with Nintendo or Sony, or the VCS is all of a sudden going to be a hot seller. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is this: they're taking steps in the right direction. I believe they even talked to Howard Scott Warshaw about a new Yar's Revenge game, which also is good. So I just wanted to give them props a little bit. I think, this is cool that they're actually bringing back new series with reimagined titles, that they're kind of listening to fans, or trying to get what, their finger on the pulse of what Atari fans like. So I think this is a good step. I know they had a change in leadership. They've had some changes in leadership, so this might be a part of it. But overall, I think they're actually going in the right direction. Can finally play some Atari carts for the Atari Jaguar again here in 2022. So that's just what I think. I just wanted to say that I think this is a good thing. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time on the next No Swear Gamer video.